Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. We have Coco Gauff versus Qinwen in the semi-finals of the WTA Rome Masters. This should be an absolute blockbuster. Looking forward to getting into it. Before we do, remember to hit that like button. Do subscribe if you're new, and do leave a rating or review if you're listening on a podcast platform. Thank you to our members as well for your support. Okay, so the head-to-head is 2-0 in favour of Coco, and they've played twice last year. So pretty recently. Once was at the WTA Finals, an absolute thriller. Gauff took that in a final set tiebreaker. Great match. Recommend watching the highlights if you haven't already, or even the whole match. And then they also played in Rome last year. So this very tournament, and Gauff came out on top 7-6, 6-1. There have been tiebreakers in both matches that they played so far, so chances are we could get another tiebreaker in this one. In terms of who they played so far and who's looked good, if I'm being honest, Gauff has looked very good. The forehands held up well. Good wins over players like Raducanu, and who has been in good form. Her route hasn't been quite as tough, though, as Zheng Qinwen's. We'll get into hers in a second. But Gauff has looked impressive. Also beat Andreeva, who's had a fantastic season as well this year in the quarterfinals. Lynette and Mboko as well. So some good wins there for Coco. And I think she just looked very confident. The extra time that she has on the slow clay courts to really set up her shots, I think helps her, and she's a supreme mover, extremely good defensively, and that's such a good asset to have and skill set to have on the clay. For Zheng Qinwen, she's beaten Danilovic, Freck, and Andrescu, who was playing some good tennis, and this to me was a big win for Zheng, and that is against Sabalenka. So Sabalenka has been so dominant in the head-to-head between the two. She was leading at 6-0. Now it's 6-1, and it's actually the first time they've played on clay courts. So I wonder whether that could have been a factor, because Zheng, as we know, won the Olympic gold at Roland Garros last year. She is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated players on clay. I think she's going to be one of the contenders for Roland Garros. And this win over Sabalenka would have given her a lot of confidence now moving into this Gauff matchup. If we were talking about pre-tournament, I would have said, not sure, maybe Gauff. Zheng hasn't looked amazing this year, and Gauff also hasn't looked her best, but I would say, generally speaking, has looked a little bit better than Zheng. Now we've come into the tournament, both players are playing some really good tennis. I think that win over Sabalenka mentally is going to give Zheng a really big boost. A straight set victory as well. And Sabalenka was in it. It was a close match. She just played really well on the clutch points, Zheng. And I was impressed with the way that she handled the big moments. 82% of first serve points won is absolutely phenomenal as well. So played some really good serve +1 tennis, which is massive on clay, and is on all surfaces, but I think utilising the forehand to the best of your ability. And Zheng has really been dominating a lot of her matches with the forehand, which is great to see, because on clay you have more of a chance to hit more forehands because of the slowness of the courts, so you're able to run around the backhand more effectively and cause more damage with the into and into out forehands. I think Zheng is going to get her first win over Coco as well. I think it'll be 3 sets. I would not be surprised if Coco wins. I think she's playing some really good tennis. I just have a feeling that Zheng, in terms of her form, is going to come out on top. Both players have big serves. They can also be pretty erratic at times. We've seen double faults from both players throughout their careers in terms of having double fault problems. Low first serve percentages in terms of first serves in. Both have reliable backhands. They can be quite flat at times, but they're able to vary it up and hit lob backhands or higher coverage over the net type backhands, which is what you need on a clay court. Need to have more height. And then on the forehand side, I think Zheng's forehand is more dominant in my opinion than Gauff's, but on clay, and specifically in this tournament, Gauff's forehands look really good. She's been whipping a lot of topspin, even. Very heavy ball coming from her side of the court. For Zheng, she has that variation on the forehand as well, which is great to see. Both are great movers. I think Gauff is a better mover than Zheng. She's arguably the best mover on tour. And both players, I mean, Gauff doesn't really utilize the drop shot, but Zheng does. And she'll have to use it sparingly against someone as quick as Gauff and in the right moments. But Zheng, I like the way that both players as well, they can come forward even on the clay court. They're willing to do so. And both are very potent, I think, when it comes to return games. So it's going to be a close one, in my opinion. I think Zheng will win in 3 sets. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think and why. Thanks very much, guys. Stay safe and well, and we'll see you on the next video.